G'day, Stu from UAV Futures here, and well, that's my mate's dog he bought when we all went flying, so that was pretty cool to have her running around. And today I'm with some mates, and we made this cool little track, and I'm flying the Drone Wolf Pup, because that's what my HD camera mount was on, so I'm filming that with my Xiaomi G, however you say that camera. And I really liked this track. It was the sort of first real time we all got together, and we've had a few pilots where we could put some things up out in the bush and have a fly around, and we sort of tried to make the track where it was not too difficult so we could all fly around and we wouldn't crash too much. Now, I decided a while ago that I wouldn't stick some random music over the top of these flight videos anymore. I'd just actually tell you guys a story because I think I'd find that more entertaining, and you guys seem to like that as well. So this story is from my childhood again. Most of these stories are probably going to be from my childhood. Anyway, this story, and we're going to call it the Onion Rocket. So this is my Onion Rocket story, and this probably happened when I was about 4 or 5 years old. So super young. When you really have no idea how the world works, and physics just seems like this very strange, abstract sort of concept. Anyway, we lived in this small country town, and the house I was living at when I was this age, it had a huge backyard. It would have been awesome actually for flying around, and had some awesome little gaps and things like that. But one of the cool things about it had a big veggie patch, and it also had some really big hedges. So really big, thick hedges that were actually right next door to the veggie patch. Anyway, as a little kid, I used to go out, and there were like these sort of oniony looking plants, or I don't know, like shallots or spring onions. I don't know. It was like this strange oniony sort of stalk, and on the end was like something about this, like a 10 centimeter sort of flowering pom-pom sort of thing. It stunk like onion. It wasn't really good for much, except if you're a 5-year-old kid, you can rip those stalks off out from the ground and sort of swing them around so the outside is sort of getting some mass or some momentum up, and if you throw it really hard, you can let it go, and it goes a fair distance. Well, a lot further than a 5-year-old can throw anyway. So I'm out the back, and Mum used to yell at me for sort of wrecking the vegetable patch if I pulled too many of them out. She didn't like it too much, but she was pretty cool about it. But this one time I remember I went down the back, and she specifically told me not to pull any of the onion thingies out. I can't even remember what she called them actually, but I was 5 years old, and I guess I just forgot what Mum said. So I decided I was going to pull one out and see how far I could throw it, because they were pretty fun. And my sister was absolutely tiny anyway, so she couldn't play any games or anything like that. I had to wait for her to grow up a bit more. So I was pretty much just left to entertain myself. And so I'm out the back, I pulled one of these onion things out, and in my mind, the way you threw things was you swung your arm around as much as you could, as fast as you could, and it was like a big rubber band. And the more times you swung your arm around, the further the thing you were going to let go would actually go. So I'm swinging it around, about, I don't know, it must have been there for like, it felt like forever. It was probably like 2 minutes as a little kid. Anyway, I'm swinging it around, and I'm thinking, this onion thing, this thing is going to go so far, and I'm swinging it as fast as I could, and then I let go. And I looked up, and in my mind, and this is sort of what I thought happened, I threw the thing so far and so fast, it pretty much just shot up into outer space. So it was like out of here. So in my mind, it was floating around, and I could picture it orbiting the moon, and I waited around for it to come back to Earth and things like that. It never landed on the ground. Went around and searched all the garden. It had not landed anywhere. So in my mind, I'd pretty much thrown the thing out of the atmosphere, and it had left Earth. And I was very chuffed with myself. Tried to tell Mum I threw something into space. I don't think she believed me too much, but yeah. So pretty much I thought I threw this thing into space. Cue about 3 years later, and we're clearing out, doing some sort of landscaping, and clearing out the bushes and things like that, and we get to taking out the hedge. Now, Mum that's a pretty cool nasty crash there, by the way. I really like that crash. Anyway, so we're clearing out the hedges, and we're sort of cutting them back, and we cut off the first layer of sort of leaves, and then you can see inside, and I'm standing about 2 meters away, and inside, what do I see? The dried up stalk of the Onion Rocket. So the whole time that I'd been waiting, I threw this thing about 1 meter straight into the bush in front of me, and that's why I couldn't find it. It wasn't flying around in space or floating there. It was literally just stuck in the garden. It's still stuck in my mind, and it was all dried up, and it was pretty funny now thinking back to it, how our little sort of minds work when we're kids. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Subscribe for more FPV related content, and as always, happy flying.